My name is Lil RapsX, and welcome back to what you have to legally agree is content. Burst is up there on the third position at 1567 here for the daily. ZXD just below. That's actually really interesting. ZXD is someone who I had previously considered, maybe you're cheating there, ZXD. But no, that seems like a very legitimate score. We've also got Andrew Dufour down at 12. All right, time for us to go. We are going to be playing the Silent. It is a cursed run. Whenever you defeat a boss, become cursed. Your starting relic is replaced with the cursed key, Dark Sun Parry Up, and Duvidol, as well as the time dilation. All enemies start with a slow debuff, so every single time you play a card during a turn, you increase the damage dealt by attacks to that enemy that turn by 10%. And Midas, enemies drop 200% more gold, but you can only smith rest sites. Sweet. No longer being able to smith and having a bunch of curses in my deck means obviously the downside to padding my deck with irrelevant cards is lowered. However, the upside is obviously pretty high. You can get collector's bonuses. You can get the encyclopedic bonus, and obviously dilute those curses. Okay. 3 elites. I don't really want to go to a super early shop here, because I don't intend to remove cards. In fact, I can't. Oh, wait, I can. That's fine. All right, I'll take this position, because now if I end up with money, I have the ability to peer off. Like, if somehow Midas accounts for enough money that it's worthwhile, I can go and do that instead. Although maybe I just kill the backliner here. No, even if this is 7 and then the next one's 8, that's not going to be enough. One damage short of a perfect block. That's okay, though. The rest is a queen sweep. Okay, so things like Quick Slash and Cloak and Dagger are obviously really, really good here. Crippling Cloud less so, just due to the fact that we will be scaling our strength up over the course of the game due to the Duvu Doll and all of the curses we can put in our deck. Cloak and Dagger is a neat way to defend yourself whilst also benefiting from that strength, so I think it's a really good idea to pick that up. 144. I could go to a shop and pick up a card. Relics, no. Low tier would be 150, right? Alright, while the deck is quite small, I'll upgrade the Neutralize. Just gives me another turn of defense-ish? It's defense adjacent, definitely. Yeah, that is 7 to use, so double to those and then hit the back line. But in a lot of decks like this, where I don't necessarily intend on adding that much straight up defense, weakness is incredibly important. Speaking of weakness being incredibly important, we can take Leg Sweep here. It's just an incredible card. And incredibly useful when it comes to trying to perfect bosses. Between that and the upgraded... I should have used a defend at the start. Between that and the upgraded Neutralize, we should be able to basically perma weaken enemies. So because the slow is a percentage modifier, we always want to make sure that we play least aggressive card to most aggressive card. That is to say, lowest damage to highest damage. 1000 cards, interestingly, would actually pair with this deck. However, I'm very likely to want to go for the Pauper's bonus because Shiv builds don't necessarily have much support in the rare card set for the Silent. Like, the best thing for us would probably be Wraithform or Glass Knife. But also, 1000 cards is a lot to pay on a single turn to get it. I know that I already have 1 extra energy courtesy of the Cursed Key, but if a lot of my cards are going to be unplayable, because a lot of them will be curses, that's going to be a problem for us. I think I pass. This shop, though, now? Yeah. Okay, interesting. Accuracy is pretty low tier, but it's very, very, very available. Whetstone would upgrade 2 attacks, but I have no non-basic attacks in the entire deck at this point, so that seems unlikely. Snecko Skull, whenever you apply poison, apply 1 additional poison. I could totally see myself trying to go for like a sub-theme of poison here, but at the same rate, like, why not do that? Maybe I go leg sweep accuracy. Leg sweep accuracy backflip even? Yeah. They're all just really good cards. Basically the truth of that matter. I could leg sweep strike here, gets weakness within next turn, but the thing is, I have another leg sweep in the deck that I'm definitely going to play, and as well as another neutralize, so the enemy's already getting weakened, so I think I'm going to backflip looking for... Ooh, neat. What I was looking for there was things that would help me set up, like accuracy in particular. Accuracy actually may be the only thing for which I was looking at that point in time. I don't need to give you more strength if I don't have to at the moment, especially considering the fact that I actually don't have much aggression in this deck after what I did last turn. Oh, last space. I'm much more defensive. We're on scales. I started to combat with 3 thorns, but I do intend to now flip back to being much more aggressive. Although backflip is such a valuable card. Remove a card from the deck or heal up. I think I'll remove a card from the deck and just get a defend out of here because I've got 2 leg sweeps, a cloak and dagger, and a commitment to pick up more of those, 2 backflips, pre-upgraded neutralize, or rather upgraded neutralize. Shame. Okay. So we get frailty for a turn. Unfortunately, all of these enemies negate the slow debuff, so meh. That's unfortunate. So only the damage that is printed on the card is going to be dealt here. And also, we don't actually have to worry about the sequencing of our turns. I'm still going to kind of do it out of habit, though. Alright. Guess I'll target everything on the back line. That's fine. If I wanted to, I could have used the liquid bronze here and then had the back line to kill itself that turn. Shouldn't have weakened that sentry because the weakness is going to wear off before that sentry attacks again. Should have weakened the one in the front line. Yeah, it actually would have made a significant difference. They would have only dealt, I think, 7 damage here. I think it's only 6 if I have the other thing that I have already forgotten the name of. Paper crane. Got it back. Nope, it would have been 6. Okay, so could have saved 3 health that other time. All right. Ooh, that was actually a pretty good draw. Got to weaken the enemy as well as pull a lot of dazeds out of the deck, so I'm very hopeful that the rest of this is mainly aggressive. Infinite Blades is one of the best pickups I can make at the moment, just for boss fights, but... Ooh, Frozen Egg. Whenever you have power card to your deck, upgrade it. So that's actually going to be really good for the possibility of picking up more accuracies, as well as for the possibility of picking up the card, what I just said a moment before that. Frontliner dies to a single strike, and then the backliner just gets to focus. Neat. Oh, I love that there's no problem with that. Those leg sweeps are really, really working out for us. Pre-upgraded accuracy. All right, yeah, maybe let's do an actual accuracy deck. Bag of Normality. Damn. Bag of Preparation at the start of combat, draw 2 additional cards. Unfortunately, we got Normality there. Not everyone will have gotten Normality there, which is the worst part of that. Not everyone's going to have to deal with the giant downside we will have to deal with over the course of this. Maybe I should have used the liquid bronze there, I think. Yeah, probably. This turn's gonna hurt. So if I defend this turn, the enemy gets 2 strength. What's their base attack right now? So they've got 4 up. There's vulnerability and weakness applying at the same time. They don't directly cancel one another out. So to remove vulnerability from the enemies, no, remove weakness from the enemy's attack, and then they would be dealing 25. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna go with the calculations. I'm just gonna defend. Yeah, increase the damage coming in by 2, but I defended for 5, so it's fine. It's only in the higher ascensions where you actually can increase the amount of damage the enemy is doing, although it was wrinkled there a little bit by the fact that weakness was happening. Yeah, but it's only in higher ascension that you increase the amount of damage they're doing on that turn rather than over the course of the entire fight by defending. If you're vulnerable and you enrage the enemy for 3, they knock that up to 5 through vulnerabilities. So if you play a single defend, you're actually still just breaking even. Riddle with Holes makes a lot of sense here. It's 5 hits for the sake of a strength deck. That makes, you know, just a bunch of sense. Essence of Seal seems like something that I should definitely just pick up. Thankfully, it's nothing that I need to play here until the exact right turn. Oof. We did a surprising amount of damage to the Slime Boss there. I am a little disconcerted by the fact that I have very, very little Shiv in this whole Shiv deck. And it seems like a Shiv deck should have more Shiv. Call me old-fashioned, but back in my day, Shiv decks had Shivs in them. Thank you, Normality, for ruining my turn. Could have split the enemy so much more successfully there. Burn a Slime, Neutralize Strike, Riddle with Holes. The backline is almost certainly correct here as well. I'm on the fence about whether or not I should discard the rest of my potions just to use Entropic Brew. Yep. Okay, Ghost in a Jar is going to save me my perfect here, but also Explosive Potion's really good. I only need to use one of them this turn. So I'm definitely going to Cloak and Dagger, and I'm definitely going to Strike, and I'm definitely going to Shiv. Okay, this is fine. I don't need to use the Explosive Potion this turn. Backliner attacks me and then dies. Now I've only got the frontliner to focus on. Whew! Alright. Good thing we had that Entropic Brew, otherwise this was just never gonna happen. Yeah, I'll go for the 18. Beautiful. Take my money and a pre-upgraded Wraith form. I mean, come on. But does this deck need a pre-upgraded Wraith form now? Interestingly enough, like, it's got a lot of defense. Maybe I don't. Nah, it's still good. You just don't turn those down. Ugh. Well, okay. So Wristblade, attacks that cost 0 deal 3 additional damage. We have 2 of those in the deck. Ideally, we get a lot more, because we are trying to build towards a Shiv deck, but I can't guarantee the game is going to do that for me. However, Calling Bell is 3 strength, which is 3 extra damage, or sorry, it's 3 curses, which is 3 extra strength, which is 3 extra damage on all of my attacks, as well as 3 relics. Wild. Pain is garbage. Writhe is, it's offset a little bit by the fact we have Bag Preparation. And Shame, well, whatever. Toxic Egg, whenever you had a whenever you had it. I'm trying to read the Toxic Egg rather than Strawberry here. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 7. Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill card to your deck, upgrade it, as well as Prayer Wheel, normal enemies drop an additional card reward. We should now be able to get a lot of Shivs in this deck, because the Toxic Egg is going to mean that Shiv cards, oftentimes, all of the time? I guess except for Infinite Blades, Shiv cards are skills, so those will come pre-upgraded, and I get 2 choices from normal enemies. It's great. Could not have really worked much better here. Okay, there's 2 pods with 2 elites apiece. I can have 3 question marks, 2 midline rests, 1 of them too early to do anything, and 2 shops. Or I can have 3 question marks, 2 midline rests, and 1 shop. Ooh, what should I choose? Let me just run these numbers. Wraithform actually isn't the correct choice here. Because I can full defend this turn. Wraithform would full defend me this turn, which I can already do myself. And next turn, the enemy's not attacking, so there's a lot of downsides to that Wraithform. Cool. Leg Sweep Neutralize will keep the enemy weakened for a really long period of time, but I take 2 damage to do it. Is there any reason not to take 2 damage to do it? I could save extra energy for the next turn if I don't Art of War. There are multiple backflips left in the deck. Sorry, if I don't neutralize, so I'm not going to neutralize here. Get my extra energy this turn. Okay, looks like that's actually going to be a little bit impactful. See? Acrobatics is really good here as card draw. Especially if we get an energy relic after the next boss, and fingers crossed, then Acrobatics is a really good way to draw as well as make sure that I get rid of one of the... Oh my god, yes. Cloak and Dagger, definitely. We're looking for defense. Are we looking for defense at this point? Maybe we're looking for Blade Knots. We're looking for Blade Knots. But it allows me to discard one of the curses that I haven't had. Oftentimes that'll be pain. Riddle with Holes is absolutely the best card in our deck, but gotta get more cards in that deck. Gotta pad it out. Oh, man. I think I just have lethal here, though. Yep. Count Gamble flying me Sucker Punch. Ooh, 3rd copy of Leg Sweep. Alright, so we're now going for the Leg Sweep Collector's bonus. This is one way to handle it, I guess. I'll take a Flying Knee as well, a little bit more aggression in the deck, and another card to pad out and dilute these curses. Speaking of curses, are we about to... Nah. And Caridian, at the start of each combat, add 1 random power card to your hand. It costs 0 for the turn. If we had have gotten Necronomicon there, then Riddle with Holes would cast twice, but also I'd get another curse. I'd have another strength up from the Necronomicurse. Extra energy every 3 turns is pretty useful for us. We actually can kind of scale to how much energy we have. Maybe I want to remove the Normality. I lose a point of strength, but Normality's really rough. I can get another copy of a card, and I may actually just want to Dolly's Mirror the Riddle with Holes. It's that impactful for us. I think I have to. Take both of the other relics as well. Ghost in a Jar is incredibly important. You know what? I'm not going to remove a curse here. Yeah. But I will take that Acrobatics. Okay, and then I cut over in this direction. Ooh, here's another curse. I'll take it. I've already raised my max HP enough, and also I raised my max HP by taking this curse, so I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm going to be able to meet the lower limit. Oh, Wraithform in the opening hand? Double Wraithform in the opening hand? Right. Survivor discards Pain, then Acrobatics discards Normality. Wraithform. I really wanted to Riddle with Holes here, but I'll be okay. Uh-oh. Well, I'm intangible this turn, but I'm still going to be taking damage. Rough. I have so many block cards in this deck. How does that happen to me? Oh, great. Yeah, that's why it happens to me, because my next hand is all block cards. That makes a lot of sense, really. Moorbank, whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. Piercing Whale is a great defensive option. Just incredible. There is a shop that we are on the line towards. We might pass up the money from it, but Midas only doubles the gold you get from enemy drops rather than from Moorbank, so I don't think I need to. Yeah, Moorbank's gold provided is kind of pitiful compared to... Oh, God. I shouldn't draw if I don't have more than 2 energy left for the sake of Riddle with Holes. But it's kind of pitiful compared to the amount we get from Midas, so I don't think I actually have to focus on taking it. Okay. That will do it. Beautiful. That's another Riddle with Holes. Yeah. We're obviously going to be trying to go for a collector's bonus on that. Bullet time here is interesting because Gum's pre-upgraded. I would have the ability to use like acrobatics, backflip, and then at the very end of all of that, bullet time. And especially because I'm including so many leg sweeps and Riddle with Holes, bullet time could actually be really effective here. Damn it. That's not my first rare card, right? It's not my first rare card. I took Wraith Form. Kunai! Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. Neat! Very, very good for us. I mean, 1 down in the first turn as well as a decent working on the second. Beautiful. That said, we do have a lot of turns that are just all defense. Goodbye, Mystic. Hello to... Maybe it's time to start taking a copy of Deflect occasionally. You know what? Maybe it's time to take Concentrate. Get some of those curses out of my hand, get an actual benefit from it. Just tie that in with the amount of draw that we have, and we should be okay. Dodge and Roll is also going to benefit twice from the sake of Kunai, and it's another card to pad the deck, and it's a common card, so I might be able to get a collector's bonus on it. I mean, it has so many different things going for it. Who knows why we took it, except, you know, those reasons that I laid out. Fat Gremlin down. Mad Gremlin down as well. As soon as it attacks me, that is. Backliner deals no damage. Alright, we've got this. Again, another perfect. So I feel like a lot of the time I tend to get very, very short-sighted when the Cursed mod is on. That is to say, Cursed Run mod. And immediately I start looking for, okay, eschew all defense, go as aggressive as possible, and then just ride on until morning. But that's not always good. Alright, this will be lethal. That's fine. Yeah, that's not always the best way to handle it, especially for a score. And dang it, I want a competitive score here. Holy Smooth Stone started combat with 1 dex, as well as a Cloak and Dagger that we'll definitely take. Thank you. Explosive Potion will be dropped for the Fire Potion because single target is more important. Single target removal is more important for the sake of perfecting boss fights and elite fights. Especially considering we're now basically at the end of elite fights for this floor, and this is the floor with the most AoE elite fights. There's another leg sweep, there's another blade dance. I mean, both of those are just insta-takes, right? The deck is getting pretty thick, so I could actually put a Mind Blast in here. I really also did want Nunchaku, but, you know, both of those cards had to be taken. I think I will take Mind Blast, actually. And Glass Knife. Because I've already lost my Pauper's bonus, so Glass Knife, it's fine. I hate that this is a rest and then... Ooh, Blood Vial at the start of his combat, heal for 2 HP. Neat. 9 curses in the deck so far, 9 in the deck of 45, so 5th of our deck. Okay. There's normality, unfortunately, in this hand. So I'm gonna neutralize, dodge and roll Mind Blast. Best I can really do that hand. Again, normality is kind of the albatross around our neck. It's not a good helpful friend for us. Okay, 24 coming in. Yikes. Well, this will keep the enemy weakened for approximately forever. Yeah, concentrate was definitely the correct choice. Do I? Wraithform this up? Yeah, I do. I do. There's 2 more Riddle with Holes in the deck. My whole goal is just make sure that I can play those. That's it. It's all I care about. Yep, enemy attacked on none of the turns that I had the Wraithform active for, but I should have known that was going to be the eventuality there. Thankfully, I have 1 more turn of intangibility, so when they come out of this, I'm still fine. I mean, it's entirely possible we just murder before that and don't have to worry about it, but... Excuse me. It's entirely possible we murder before that and don't have to worry about it. That's another copy. I am really, really saddened by that. It's another copy of Normality added to the deck. I think I probably, at this point, take Unload. It gives me the ability to just casually discard all of my curses in hand. Ooh, maybe Hovering Kite. Gain 2 energy and discard 2 cards at the start of your turn. Get rid of those curses from my hand. Yeah? I mean, we have 10 curses in the deck now. We're only getting more. Now I can put things in the deck like Reflex as well. Get that free draw. Okay, so there's two elite paths. Yeah, that makes sense. Super late shop after an elite, as well as a rest before one, as well as a shop before. Yeah, that's a bit much. So my early paths are limited to connections to this point and connections to this point. So, well, this is just a completely garbage path. A lot of normal enemies, only 1 question mark. However, the other paths only have 1 question mark and mostly normal enemies, and then a rest. And that rest seems like a bad idea, so I'm just going to take more normal fights. That's going to help me pad my deck more. Normal fights are the only fights that are actually affected by the Prow Wheel. Man, the deck was being so kind to me. So many curses I could have gotten and didn't. Eviscerate, interestingly enough, is like 2 mana lower in cost than it typically would be. In that I have to discard 2 cards in a turn. So, 2... It's what? 2 energy, deal 18 damage 3 times. That's really good. Reflex. I mean, it's up against Acrobatics, though. This is the big problem here. And Acrobatics, we are very close to a Collector's bonus on. I have to take the Acrobatics for that sake. Sad to miss out on a pre-upgraded Reflex after I called my shot that I wanted one, but it happens. Ooh, you can now dig for relics at rest sites. Okay, so now we actually have something to do at rest sites. Neat. Should have thrown that out first, because I actually didn't want to kill the enemy there. I have very, very, very little AoE in this deck, by which I mean I have no AoE in this entire deck, so this could be a problem. Dead. Mostly dead. Come on, actually draw some aggression this turn, game. Come on. Yeah, that's pretty aggressive. That'll do. Power Potion, as well as final Riddle with Holes. And is that our final Cloak and Dagger for... 1, 2. No, it's not. I still need 2 more cloaks and daggers. And 2 more blade dances. Each way. Alright, so I'll take the blade dance then. Ooh, 1,000 cuts is such a great thing to have gotten here. Thank you very much, video game. Much appreciated. Oh my gosh. I love how effective this hovering kite is being. Although I do think maybe I overestimated how much draw I had access to in this deck. Because I really thought we would have been just going off every single turn rather than just occasionally. Dagger Spray is great for AoE with strength up, so it's a consideration there, obviously. There's another Concentrate, but the Concentrate got far less powerful when I picked up the hovering kite for the sake of the removals. So I actually don't think I take anything in that pack. I think I take Dagger Spray here and move on. Just gotta move on with my life. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, okay. Woo! 247 damage in a single turn. It's casual. And the enemy dies against my thorns. Perfect. It's another accuracy. Is that a mod done? No. Again, I should also just be A to Z so that I can actually see this. Let's take accuracy there. Blade Dance. Now we have a collector's bonus for Blade Dance. We're 1 off for accuracy's sake. 2 off for Cloak and Dagger's sake. Infinite Blades. Oh, you're giving me such good cards here. I love it. Like it, love it. And guess what? I do want more of it. No, I'm killing this time. That was very just a moment of me going, do I need defense at all this? No, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna murder y'all. Extra Flying Knee or Extra Piercing? Extra Piercing Whale is probably better against Dono and Decker. It's pretty hard to justify taking any of those. Too far from collector's bonus on any of them, and they're not particularly providing us any benefit here. We'll get rid of Concentrate here. It's no longer needed. $98. Not enough damage in a single hit yet. Ooh, there's another Acrobatics as well as a Cloak and Dagger. What's in our next pack? Bouncing Fast right now. We'll drop the attack potion, pick up the Essence of Steel, because if you're intangible, having plated armor is so good, defends you for the entire turn without actually having to play anything defensive. Acrobatics, though, 1 more gets us our collector's bonus there. Cloak and Dagger, I'm 2 away, so I'll take the Acrobatics. I also do need a little bit more draw. Dagger Throw versus Quick Slash. Quick Slash, I guess. Happy to pad the deck with Quick Slashes. Quick Slash has shown up a lot over the course of this run, and yet that's the first one where I could justify actually taking it. One down. 2 down. I actually still do have to kill the chumps here, unfortunately. That said, I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. Ooh, Bouncing Blast and Reflex. Hell yes. Both of those are going to be incredible for our draw. Omamori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Well, we do obtain another curse after the final boss, but that's it. Because if we're taking this path, then the only thing that can give me a curse is encountering a Writhing Mass in the next space. So instead, I will take this, because what? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so if I take Omamori and I take the relic from this fight, then I end up with 25 relics. That said, I'm probably going to take a relic in one of these shops, so maybe that whole figuring there didn't need to happen. Whatever. $24 again. Not enough damage with a single attack to get overkill. Could have had a dagger spray by now as well. Quick slash versus piercing whale. Pretty sure I only have one of each. No, I took a second piercing whale. Okay, so I'm only one piercing whale away from completion of that. And this time I will take a dagger throw. That's another wraith form. Really good for trying to guarantee my perfect on the final combat. Fossilized Helix, prevent the first time you lose HP each combat. That's also really helpful here. You can take that, and then move. So I have a shop very late that I don't really care about going to at all. At the very least I can dig here for a Vajra. Start his combat with 1 strength. Finally, I get to start combat with the strength. It had been so tragic up until now. Hey! 100 damage with a single attack. All right, we got the overkill as well. I am feeling really, really confident about this run, actually. That is to say about the score that we can achieve as a result of this run. I'm not going to backflip yet, just due to the fact that I am pretty certain it has the possibility of drawing me into normality, which would have completely ended my turn. Hell yes. Good planning there, Ryan. Good planning. It's nice to finally actually be on the right side of that consideration. Again, I've got to remember, I do have Unceasing Top. Must remember. Goodbye to the giant head and hello to the boot. Whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. When would I ever do that? That's a piercing whale. That's our collector's bonus done. Accuracy. Is that our collector's bonus on there as well? Oh, hell yes. Ridiculous. What, you thought I was going to say insane? Centennial puzzle. The first time you take damage each combat, draw 3 cards. There we go. I'll figure it out near the end there. Well, thank you for the ghost in the jar on the first turn, I guess. 1,000 cuts as well, or accuracy? Yeah, I'm gonna go accuracy. Should be 1,000 cuts, but I'm gonna go accuracy. Ryan! Ryan, what? Unceasing Top. You must remember the power of the Unceasing Top. You. Unceasing Top doesn't activate here because the other thing. Oh, you are kidding me, right? Well, we need to go for lethal this turn or eat dirt. Or not. Just piercing whale the hell out of Deca. I feel really good about that one as well because I had said specifically beforehand that piercing whale is incredibly good against Dono and Deca, and that's why I added it to the deck. Very pleased with this whole run. Regardless of what happens past this point, I am very, very pleased with my progress. 15-15. Okay, so we're just below Burst and ZXD, I think. So we got Beyond Perfect, we got Cursed, we got Stuffed, we got Encyclopedian, all of those we were aiming for. We got 6 copies of Collector, we got just enough to get Raining Money. Beautiful. Got I Like Shiny, got Lightspeed, got Overkill. We missed out on Combo for playing 25 cards in a single turn. But considering how many curses we were putting in the deck, that wasn't too likely for us to get in that position, I don't think. Went for every elite, perfected a couple of them. I mean, damn. That's a really good run. 6th. That's not bad. I was 7th yesterday, so now I'm 6th. Tomorrow I'll be 5th. And then after that, I will go back to where I belong on page 10. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.